we are with Garrett Richards, looking nice and healthy, and that's what everyone wants him to be because it's a lot of fun to watch. How you feeling?
Feeling good right now. The offseason, you prep and you plan and you try and do the best you can to put yourself in the best physical shape you possibly can be to come into camp and be able to get your job done. But I'm feeling good right now, and that's it's a blessing at this point.
You mentioned that. You mentioned preparation. When you go home after a season like last year, what is your number one focus, and what are your workouts like?
Not only are we focusing on getting stronger and moving some weight, but really just staying flexible. That's something that in the past I haven't really probably stayed on top of as much as I should have. But that's a huge part of my game now, is staying flexible. Just letting your body move efficiently is kind of the key for me right now. So, I'm excited. I'm feeling good, and I know the guys are ready to go as well.
Gary, you mentioned, you said moving a lot of weight. You know how the understanding is that pitchers, all they do is just like stuff with rubber bands. They try to stay away from heavy weights, but that's not the case with you.
No, we get in there and get after it. This offseason, me and CJ Crone and Cole Calhoun, we were training here at the facility all offseason, so we were able to work with our guys here, strength coordinators, Ryan Croton, and some of the guys on that side. So, like I said, we were really focusing on just being efficient with our lifts. Not necessarily just trying to get as big and as strong as we possibly can, but not only doing that, but also staying flexible at the same time.
Gary, you have just explosive stuff, and seeing you pitch on the mound, you could just tell that standing in the box is just a difficult at bat against you all the time. What would you consider your best pitches?
Fastball, 100%.
Yes, sir.
You'll hear it all the time. The guys who kind of come back that played this game for a long time, they always tell you, a pitcher, his best pitch is his fastball, and I like to think that I have one of the better ones, but it's something that I use to my advantage. The fact that it does two different things is like having two different pitches, and so I've finally been able to kind of fine tune that and kind of have a plan of approach, as far as attacking lefties and righties. So. I feel comfortable at where I'm at right now.
And one of the things about your fastball is the fact that you're not afraid to throw it inside. You go up the ladder, and that sets up all your other off-speed pitches. Is that something that you think about sequencing? Sequencing your pitches correctly?
Absolutely. My main focus right out of the gate is strike one. It's amazing what you can do when you're ahead in the count. So I just always try and either be even or put myself in a good position to be successful as far as working the counts. But you're always, even when you're not playing, you're sitting on the bench and you're following the game, you're watching the game, and you're always thinking in your mind, what would I throw him here? You may not be on the mound, but I'm always constantly thinking at bats, while I'm on the mound or while I'm on the bench. In the last couple of years, I've had some time on the bench, so I've had a lot of time to kind of think about what I wanted to do whenever it was time to come back and start playing again. So, I'm going right at guys. I'm trying to fill up the zone, trying to throw a lot of strikes, and trying to be ahead in the count.
Is that something that you think you are growing up a little bit more as a pitcher? It's like understanding strategy a little bit better and maturing as you step on the hill?
Absolutely. Every year I feel like the game gets a little bit slower, a little bit, you're able to sit there and think. You've been in most of the situations that you're going to face throughout the year multiple times, so hopefully you've learned by then, how to get yourself out of those jams. But, for me, it's just, about slowing the game down. When things are going out of control or you're getting in the jam, it's just about slowing things down and executing pitches. For me, it's just, I know that if I execute my pitches, I'll be fine. So just try and simplify it and just keep everything just, moving forward.
And then, Garrett, looking at your team right now and the additions that they have made, and the rotation as well, Tani coming over. What do you think, what are you guys up to this year? You look poised to compete and really have a good year this year, go to the postseason. What do you feel about that?
We're all excited about it. Obviously Billy, he put a product on the field this year. We got better in a lot of areas, and the guys that we got are great guys, great clubhouse guys, and we always try and preach, a nice, loose, welcoming clubhouse. So, when we get new guys, we try and just let them slide right in and feel comfortable. So, you got Kins, who's one of the best competitors I've ever played against, and then we got Coz, and then J-Up just re-signed with us. So, those were a couple holes at second base and in the outfield that we've had the last few years, and now we've filled them up with some significant players. So, and as far as the rotation goes, we've been banged up the last couple of years, but we always pushed each other to get better through those times, and we always talked about when it was time for us to be all healthy again. When we were able to all be together and be healthy, that it was going to be an exciting time, and now we're finally all healthy. So I think we're all excited about getting going, and I know that we're going to feed off each other.